Let's go. Content queen, but my crown's been tilted. I make dope shit, but...
Hey y'all, welcome back to Gazi TV 2.0. On this channel, we just talk, and today we are talking about imposter syndrome. Okay, so I'm currently getting ready for a Zoom meeting. I'm hosting this Zoom meeting for a very special project that I've been working on for years, and it's always been this or that, and I've been constantly working on it, but I feel like now is the time that it can really flourish. Like, I see how the new world, right? We're in the new world, and I'm seeing how I'm gonna need to navigate. You know what I mean? Like, there's a certain way we're gonna have to move. So I've been having imposter syndrome. And it's just like, Ngazi, why are you having imposter syndrome? You are able to host a Zoom meeting because people believe in what you've done. You have receipts. You have the receipts. I'm redoing some braids. Just don't worry about it. I have the receipts. So, but why do I still feel like, but are my receipts good enough? I made a video on You Are Enough because this is something that we all go through. This is something that we do. We all go through this. There's nobody, I don't want to blanket the entire world, but most of us are feeling like, are we good enough? No matter what level of life we are, no matter what we're doing, we have these feelings that it's just like, am I good enough? And whatever. And then the imposter syndrome starts sinking in even when you've done the thing to get you where you are. And so when more opportunities present themselves, it's like, why do we still feel like, oh my goodness, could it be me? Why they're calling me? Me? You think I make good? Wow. You know what I mean? Like, we start to really get in our heads, and it's like, well, am I good enough? And it's just like, yes. The imposter syndrome is real right now. It's real. The world is shifting, and I truly believe that it's shifting in my favor. I do. I feel like it's shifting in my favor, and I feel like my vision is getting more clear. Okay, so I'm moving in a way that's more clear. Like, you know how they say 20/20 vision? It's crazy because nobody saw this, okay? But now that this is happening, I'm seeing what it's about to be, and I'm just embracing it and letting the whatever is going on in the world be my reality, and I have to act upon what is happening. And so it's taken me to these places artistically that I'm like, oh my goodness, I can do this. And so now that I'm doing those things, it's like imposter syndrome is just looming, and it's like, girl, pick a struggle. Yes, if you are suffering from imposter syndrome, is it really suffering, or is it just like something that passes by? Well, I mean, depression can pass by, and people are suffering from. You don't have to suffer from impostum. You don't have to suffer from imposter syndrome. The reason why you're feeling like you have that imposter syndrome, in my opinion, is because we know we're good enough, but when it presents itself, it's so scary. We know we're good enough, but when the opportunities present themselves, it's so scary, because then it's like, oh my God, okay, oh my goodness, all right, I'm good enough, and it becomes so overwhelming. So then we start doubting it. That's my take on imposter syndrome. I was having a conversation the other day with someone, and I felt like I felt like a lot of the things I was saying they sounded like blanket statements on a lot of people, and I don't want to sound like I'm making blanket statements. So I just want to make sure I'm speaking from me. Me. Subscribe to Gazi TV 2.0 and the other channel. It's Gazi everywhere, but yeah. So I just want to make sure I'm not making blanket statements. I'm just saying where my personal imposter syndrome comes from. It just feels like this is exactly what I wanted, but now it's here, and it's like, am I good enough? So anyway, it's like, what time is it? It's 5:01, and I I watched a Netflix movie, fell asleep, and I woke up, I woke up at like 2 a.m. So that was a wrap for the night because I was like, okay, well, I can't just go back to sleep right now. So I do have 2 Zoom meetings today, and I should probably drink some water, take a nap. But if you're having imposter syndrome, especially right now, because we've been so pushed to do things that we've maybe never done, we're pushed to do things ourselves. I feel like imposter syndrome is looming all over this quarantine. Y'all let me know in the comment section below, and I will talk to y'all very soon.
I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. That's Gazi TV.